So I have covered many tragedies that has happened on the internet before in the past. But this has many people angry, shocked, and upset because it's one of the biggest events that's happened this year. What's up everybody, I'm Amaryx, and today I'm going to describe the situation and story of the Astroworld Travis Scott concert incident. So this concert took place of November 5th and 6th of 2021 in Houston, Texas. This concert was one of the biggest events that many fans were anticipating all year. And no, it wasn't a joke, like literally about 50,000 people attended, which is really freaking huge for a concert because the rock concert I went to a few months ago, I had about 20,000 people. So it's about double that or more. And yeah, I can't imagine how many people would actually be there. People at the concert were having a lot of fun, just having a blast, just chilling, hanging out, and then until around 9 p.m. is where it all hit the fan. Fans were trampling over other fans in terms of filling up the crowd where pretty much no one had room. Like it was pretty much shoulder to shoulder where pretty much everyone was breathing on each other. And what was really intense was that the crowd kept filling up so much to the point where you couldn't even really walk anywhere or even move hardly. And what was really terrifying of this whole situation was that many people, especially kids and of course families of other people in the crowd, were trying to get security to save them, but they couldn't because the crowd was too loud and out of control, and the rapper wasn't doing much of a good job to try and stop the situation. He did try to stop the show, but it wasn't a very good effort in terms of like his judgment of keep going or just, stopping the show. But what really sucks is that he didn't really lack very good awareness because, yeah, his judgment was pretty shit. Unfortunately, over 300 people were hurt and about 8 people or victims died. And yes, there are names for almost all of them. And I'm going to name each one that has been identified so far. The first victim was named Daniel Big, a 27-year-old man who had his whole life ahead of him, where he was engaged in everything and he was with his fiance just hanging out, having fun until he got trampled and no one was like, the crowd was not calmed down enough and he pretty much was trampled to death. And he was also trying to protect his fiancée named Olivia Swingle, which I think, yes, she did survive, which is very unfortunate that she has to deal with that situation. And yeah, it sucks because it's so crazy how such a fun concert can really affect a human life, especially many of them. The second victim is named Franco Bettino, a 21-year-old who is pursuing a medical engineering in human biochemical mechanics, and it sucks because he was actually away on vacation at work and he worked in a co-op engineering program in Mason, Ohio, and it sucks because oh fuck, I can't imagine being on vacation and then going through an incident like that where you just pretty much just pass away in a unfortunate event that it wasn't his fault. The third victim's name was Jacob Jake Jeranek, and he attended at a college at Southern Illinois University. He was actually pursuing his dreams in arts and media, and also he was working as a graphic arts internship. He was also described as one of the most genuine and compassionate people. It sucks because those are the best type of people, and for some reason, the best type of people seem to go early when it shouldn't happen that way. The fourth victim's name was Brianna Rodriguez, just a 16-year-old girl who wasn't even finished with high school yet. She had a passion for dancing, and yeah, she had her whole life ahead of her, but unfortunately, it ended so soon that her life didn't even really start yet. Now, the fifth victim's name is John Hilger. He was only a freshman in Hedgewick Memorial High School in Hedgewick Village, Texas. Yeah, it sucks because this kid wasn't even like maybe 14 or 15. He couldn't even work yet. And his school loved him a lot, and they really appreciated him, but unfortunately that his life was taken so soon. But the cool thing was, his school did show appreciation and honor of his death by wrapping green ribbons around the building to kind of honor how appreciated he was at that school. The sixth victim name is Axel Acosta, a 21-year-old who did travel from Washington to see Travis Scott. Unfortunately, that his family found out the hard way when he never returned to his hotel. And it's really tragic because it's like you don't even know the communication behind it and you don't really know what's going on as a family member and stuff. So it's really scary to find out the hard way, and no, I would not wish that on anybody. He was vice president of enrollment in student services of Western Washington University. This kid had a lot going for him and he wasn't even done with college or his university yet. And yeah, it's like he had so much going, where to the point, it's like he was so driven and motivated, it sounds like. And then boom, it's just done. That shows you how short life can be. And the last victim that is named Ruda Pinnan. He was from Laredo, Texas. Unfortunately, there wasn't much information about this dude for some reason, but he was found with all the other victims at this concert. Now, at the time of this recording of this video, the 8th victim has not been named yet for me to tell you, but when I do find out, I will leave it down in the comment section below. Now, the other victims were injured, of course, and taken to the nearest hospital after the incident in Houston, Texas, and there was 13 of them were victims of under the age of 18, and also there was one man who got paralyzed and permanently infecting his life. And yeah, that's bad. That's not good. Like, someone getting paralyzed is almost worse than being killed, dude. Like, I'm not sure what could be worse, getting paralyzed for the rest of your life or just being dead. Like, I don't know. I'd probably rather be dead if that were me. And what's really interesting is the concert actually continued for an hour until the singer Travis Scott realized that people were getting really hurt and stuff. And they finally just took a little pause to see what was going on at first. So after the concert, of course, fans were heated. They wanted Travis Scott to lose his money, his fame, and pretty much his whole career. And I don't really blame him, because there is one side of it you could say is like, yes, he could have done the situation a lot better than what it handled, but at the same time, you could also say like, oh, there's 50,000 people, and it could be very difficult to calm them down if, like, you know, for example, like if they're that pumped up, because they gotta be, that something had to happen to really pump them up to get to that point to be out of control. And there was actually an example by Chester Bennington of Lincoln Park a while back that was recently leaked on a clip or whatever, of course, showing an example of how to calm down a crowd and be safe. And they were kind of nice enough to replay the live performance, which was actually pretty damn cool. So, of course, fans on Twitter, on the internet, were also canceling Travis Scott, and all the negative attention evolved so fast to the point where not even 2 days later, Travis Scott is already getting a lawsuit filed against him. And also Drake, too, because apparently he was accused of coming in with Travis and apparently pumping up the crowd. And while I do agree that they did screw up by probably pumping up the crowd when they shouldn't have, they were also accused of seeing maybe the bodies too and not really caring that much, because I guess Travis Scott has a history of inciting like violence and crazy stuff like that, which could be a thing that could make him look very guilty, especially in court. Reason for the lawsuit is for encouragement of violence and also lack of conducting safety to the public. Travis Scott did reach out to his fans on social media, and this is what he basically had to say.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, you know, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, you know, help them get the help they need, you know. I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The city of Houston, HPD, fire department, you know, everyone to, you know, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, you know, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
Now, I'm not sure about you guys, but when I see this response, it looks like he's not really enthusiastic or really cares that much. Like, it's a pretty cookie-cutter response. I don't know why it's in black and white, but it seems like he wasn't like fully paying attention or lacking any awareness again whatsoever. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it just shows that I guess he just has that, you know, professional persona just to kind of save his career, it looks like. And it sucks because, like, It's just, it could have been easily all been under control in a better manner, in my opinion. The most oddest thing about this whole thing was that the concert didn't even end. Like, they didn't even cancel the show or nothing. They actually went on with it, and then they, after it ended, they kind of realized, for the most part, I think, like on national media and stuff. But it's like, what the hell, dude? You gotta be a sociopath to not end that thing right then and there. Like I would have, dude. Like, damn, that's not good. Canceling it would have definitely been their best bet. But hey, what can I say? This is probably gonna be easily one of the most historic internet tragedies that goes on the internet, at least recently, for the last probably decade. Okay, guys, thank you guys for watching today's video. Your thoughts on the Travis Scott incident also, make sure to leave that input on the comment section down below. Another thing I'd like to say before we go is I'm also in the making of making another video too, but this just happened to catch me off guard because it's very interesting and it happens to go in my channel niche of morbid curiosities, internet tragedies, and other events too. Also, all I'd like to say is I'm sorry to all those loved ones and families who lost their loved ones on this day. Like today's video, make sure to leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button because this channel's be growing pretty good. We're going to try to hit 6,000 subscribers for the end of the year. I already hit my yearly goal, but you know what? Might as well go above and beyond and try to get the 6,000 subscribers at the end of the year now. That would be also a pretty cool bonus. So yeah, until further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next video, so I'll see you later.